Butlervision. Today we are joined by Nicole Pardaux. How are you?
Hi guys, I'm good. I'm feeling fabulous right now. Well rested, right? After everything that has happened for the last year and this year, so I'm really happy to be here.
So, what has life been like since you've competed on Drag Race Philippines?
Life has been different, honestly. Like what they always say, it's definitely a life-changing experience being casted for Drag Race Philippines season two. Well, one of the changes definitely would have to be I've gained more followers and more fans, which I'm really, really happy about. And it's not just like, the people here in Cebu where I'm currently at. I'm already able to reach out to people from other places here in the Philippines as
Yeah.
well as other places in the world.
Oh, that's fabulous then. So, who inspired you to do drag?
Good question. Actually, there's a lot of people who inspired me to drag. First and foremost would have to be my mom. My mom has been very supportive of me since when I was still young, and another person who also inspired me to do drag would actually be my drag daughter. Because when I started doing drag, there was a competition in Tumu. It's an online platform
Oh, yeah,
for
I've heard
street.
of it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There was a competition there. There's a drag competition, and it was my drag daughter who joined the first season of that drag competition. And with that, I told to myself, like, I think I can do this. And I joined the second season, and that's when I officially started doing drag.
Would you ever go back and compete again?
Definitely. I think I have I had more to show to other people because
Yeah.
sadly I was eliminated on the first episode, but I definitely had the fire um at the time to go for the title.
If you was to come back and compete, what challenge would you really love to do?
Oh, that's interesting. I would love to do the musical, especially with my background, which is dancing and
Yeah.
also the theater. So I would want to do that. And if I may, I would want to go against Dee Dee for that role,
Yeah.
for her role as the villain of that what you call this of that show.
What was life like leading up to the premiere? What was your experience?
Before the premiere.
Leading up to the premiere, yeah.
Oh, well, first and foremost, it was so hard to um maintain that composure of not telling people that
Yeah.
I'm part of the competition. There were a lot of people asking me, "Wait, are you really part of Drag Race Philippines?" Because there are videos roaming around that they're saying that you're part or you're a rumored cast, and it's for especially for me. I rarely or not if not I really don't lie, so it was so hard for me to lie to people, but of course it was needed. And then when the premiere came, the day before that, I actually had like a send off party here in my hometown, and it was super fun, and it was also a celebration because days after it was my birthday, so it was um sort of like two parties in one. So it was super fun.
So, who is your idol?
In terms of what?
Uh, like drag idol, like
Oh, okay. Well, my idol when it comes to drag would be Brooklyn Heights. I look up to her, especially that we have the same background. My background and her background is dancing. So,
yeah,
and she is pretty. Like
yeah.
her mug is mugging, and the way she carries herself on stage, the way she glides, and presents herself. That's I look up to Brooklyn Heights, definitely.
If you could go back in time, would you have liked to have done things a little bit differently, or
Definitely, yes. If I would have the knowledge of what was to be expected to when I would set foot on Drag Race, I would definitely go back and make a whole lot of changes because I think I was just being too overly confident that you know um I did not put too much effort into my outfits. And if
yeah?
it as everybody can see it, that was the reason why I wasn't home on the first episode. So I will definitely, like sit down with my team and really think of different things, bigger things, bolder outfits, so that I would be able to really showcase who Nicole Pardo is and what I'm trying to represent, and of course represent Cebu as a whole.
What was it like meeting the Drag Race Philippines host?
Um, Meh. No, I'm kidding. That was definitely the very first time I saw Mama Pao, and she definitely looks different from because we always see him on his noontime show, and it's really surreal to see someone that you were just like watching on TV, and then now Mama Pao's already in front of us, so it was surreal.
Moving on from that, when you entered the workroom, what was the feeling like?
I It was actually weird because going inside the workroom, um, honestly, there was actually no music. It was so quiet. I was, if I'm not mistaken, I was the fourth queen to enter, and I can already hear the girls talking. So which is weird because I really thought that there would be music so that I can do
Yeah.
my walk and whatnot. It And then when I entered, like, oh my god, I have to deliver. I was thinking like I have to deliver my lines perfectly so that it would not be a blop.
What made you feel like it was the right time to apply for Drag Race?
Right. Um, Ever since the very first season of Drag Race, I was already expecting that there will be a representative from Cebu. Sadly, there was none. So, and then my goal really at the time was just to audition for Drag Race,
Yeah.
just to get the feeling of it, of auditioning for, for such show. But I never expected to, to be part or to be casted. So when I got the news that I'm one of the queens for season two, I was so speechless. I was completely blank for like the entire day. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know like how to feel because at that time it did not sink in yet. It like, wait, am I dreaming? So that was what I was thinking at the time. Am I dreaming? It's like, could someone pinch me or something?
Can you describe your season in one word?
I would say crazy. Definitely. There was a whole lot of things that had happened. The drama with I would not want to mention her name, and of course, the things that had happened in the show and after the show, like. what had happened to Matilda. She was able to come out to her parents. And then, of course, we had Bernie, who finally met her crush. And of course, we were able to see the character of Miss Jigsaw, of Arizona
Yeah.
Granny, of Obi Khan, and all the rest of the girls as well.
So moving on to the last question, I like to ask this to everyone that I interview. If you was
Mhm.
to be in a All Stars or versus the world, uh, who would you like to compete with?
Um, hmm. To be honest, it's really hard to pick just one. But if I were to pick just one, I would have to definitely say, what the heck? Let's go for Verushka levels. I would want to compete with her and see if who the real Cebuana drag queen is.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much for joining me on this interview. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to share this interview with everybody. Uh, thank you
Thank
so
you so much for
much.
having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Please like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought.